welcome back. Good morning. So today we're going to be exploring this wall behind me. Had some work done to the house, re-sided. In doing that, we discovered that there was like almost no insulation in the walls. So instead of gutting the inside, we did a foam board on the outside of the house, resheathed it, house wrap, new siding. So in doing that, I need to make all the window trim because we had to redo a bunch of windows. So we're going to redo this wall today. So we're going to explore what's behind this wall. So let me show you what we've got going on. So you can see the wall here. We did do some patching, and then with this house being 1850s, you can see this was the original sheathing that was on the house. We reframed for the window opening and actually had to take the window, move it out. So now we're gonna have a nice, I have to retrim all of this. There's a little better, you can see this was the original sheathing. It was just boards. And then back in there is the 1-inch foam board that we added. And then OSB house wrap and then siding. So we're gonna redo this wall today. We're actually gonna deconstruct it and then put up some pine. I do have tools. We've got a pry bar, knife, another pry bar, gloves, trash can, bags, and all right, let me get the camera set up, get ready to go, and you guys can join me as we discover what's behind these walls. I'm thinking we're gonna find some mouse nests in very little insulation, I think. So we'll see. Let's go. Alright, so enough against the drywall. You can see where we got root and then making homes in this. This is Rockwool, which we did when we were working outside. So good insulation. put in, and everyone's fine. We get this messing up, we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the first round of demolition done. No real surprises. Nothing, no treasures that they buried in the wall. Old insulation, lots of evidence of rodents. Everything's nice and clean. So now I got to do some spray foam, insulation, add an outlet, and then I can start this on the shiplap. So let me show you what I found. I've got some old 1850s framing in the wall here. You can kind of see these lines right here. That is where they had plaster and lath on the walls. So that's the staining from there. And then this reflection that you're seeing here is actually the foam board that is on the exterior of the house to kind of seal it up a little bit. And then if you look down there, see it kind of drops down quite a ways. So what we're going to do is we are going to spray foam that. We're also going to spray foam these channels that run, because that's perfect little rodent pathways. You can see where that actually was spray foamed from the exterior of the house. Okay, so I have got to go get some spray foam and then get everything ready. I'm going to run some electrical, spray foam a few of the areas, and then insulate. And at that point, I'll bring you back so you're not watching me work, because that's kind of boring. So I'll bring you back once I get the spray foam and the electrical done, and then show you how it looks. Be right back. Okay, so one thing I am going to try. I've heard it works. I don't know if it does. Maybe if you have any information, you could leave me a comment. But we're going to take steel wool. We're going to spread it out, stuff it down in before we spray foam to try and keep the mice from coming through, chewing their way through. We are also going to put some in between where these little pathways are that they love to crawl through. All right, let's throw some spray foam on there, see how it looks. We will continue the process over there, a little bit there, some in there. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so got foam pretty much anywheres and everywheres that I could stick that straw nozzle in and squirt. I went ahead and foamed as much as I could. I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour or so, let it fully expand, and then see if I need to do some more, because foam's inexpensive compared to the damage, noise, smell of having rodents in. And then once I'm happy with the foam, I'll throw an outlet in the wall, get the wires run to be hooked up later, and then start doing the shiplap pine. Welcome back through the magic of time travel. Okay, yeah, that was foolish. All right, so been several hours, been doing some work. As you can see, we've got new insulation and spray foam, all that. So let me turn the camera around and show you what it looks like now. So everything is cleaned up. We have a new outlet in right there. All new insulation. We got quite a bit of spray foam in every place that I couldn't get insulation to seal up all these areas. And I do use the Rockwool. This is an R15 with what I have for exterior insulation, which is a 1-inch tough R. So that will give me an R21 on the walls. So R21 on the walls, I think that's pretty good, especially with this old house that had maybe an R11 in most of the walls when we started. I love using Rockwool insulation. I think this stuff is fantabulous. You'll notice that there is no vapor barrier on this, and I'm not putting a vapor barrier on this. So I've got pine that's going to be going over this, and then so we'll have the pine going over this, and then behind this I have the sheathing, and then I have the Tough R, which is a foil-faced insulation, which acts like a vapor barrier for the exterior. I don't want to do vapor barrier. I actually want this to breathe a little bit. I don't want to chance any moisture building up, and the pine will allow any moisture to kind of breathe, pass through, coming to the inside. So again, you don't put a vapor barrier over a vapor barrier. That's inviting an issue, problem with mold. So we're going to go with just the straight Roxul, and then shiplap pine over this. So once I get that about halfway up, I will bring you guys back and show you. Welcome back. So this is the completed completed project. We'll go with that word. So whitewash on the walls. This will be a stain a natural color. I just got to put a coat of poly on this. Trim up at the top. I think that came out pretty good. So what I did for the paint, or for the whitewash, was I used Behr interior semigloss, and I mixed it with a 2-to-1 ratio for water. So 2 parts paint, 1 part water, mixed it, and then did 2 coats of this, where I painted on with a brush and then wipe it off with a rag. Came out really good. It's bright. Has that nice rustic look to it. It's not too shiny. I think it came out pretty good. So let me turn the camera around and give you a little bit of a close-up on it. So hopefully you enjoyed this type of video. I would appreciate if you could leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoy this type of DIY stuff, if there's anything else you would like to see, want to know how to do, tips, tricks, that kind of a thing. And as always, I appreciate your support, and I would appreciate a like or a subscribe if you found any entertainment value or educational value in this. Thanks for watching, guys.